All right, there we go. So I figured I wanted to open up from where I even met you. I overheard you on a table talking about an out-of-body experience. And I never had one myself, so I wanted to kind of see what you saw or whatever.
Yeah, that's funny. I was actually talking to the coworker that I used to work with on the same team for like 3 years. And we were excited to see each other. I said, it's a surprise. You didn't expect to see that person, and then, I don't know, we got started talking about politics with the whole Trump-Hillary thing. And I was kind of curious, and she, anyway, came down to this. It's weird to say. It's so weird to say. I was going through like an existential crisis. I just figured out the whole NWO plan, the sides, the history's a lie, everything's a fucking lie. CIA sunk the Titanic, CIA did Sandy Hook, CIA, and we're the Goyim, and it's Israel that controls the CIA, and they literally want every non-Jewish person on the planet dead. And they're working on it. Slowly, they're patient people. They've been kicked out of everywhere forever. And I'm like, holy fuck, everything's a lie. I knew about quantum mechanics, quantum physics, quantum everything, right? It was just imaginary stuff. But then I realized it all is just imaginary. And everything is literally, there's no particles. That's all a lie. There's no atoms. There's no molecules. It's literally vibrations interacting in an endless void in our consciousness. And then by perceiving something, you could literally change the results. The only way that's possible is because it's not a physical object. It's because your perception affects another wavelength. And it was really trippy. And so I was drinking pretty hard at that point in my life, trying to drain it out. And you smoke once in a while and all that. But completely sober. I wake up from a nap and it's like 2 p.m. I'm staring at the ceiling fan, and I said, fine, if we're all God, then I can look at the ceiling fan and I can move it from left to right. I can do that, right? Or from right to left, from right to left. And I looked at it and nothing happened. And I go, fuck, of course not, because I am just one aspect of it. I have to move my consciousness to the other angle and view it from that point of view. And as soon as that happened, there was a white light, and it shone in front of my eyes, and my whole body started vibrating. Boo. I heard a tone. I can describe it as blue. It went, woo, and this light grew, and it felt like I was passing out. And I'm staring at it, and it overtakes me, and as it overtakes me, I feel my body go and just take off, and I'm terrified, and here I am. It looks like milk, sparkling, all different colors. You hear this vibration, it's just all vibration. I realized I didn't have lungs, I didn't have arms or legs, I was just there. And it terrified me. I thought I dissipated the universe. Oh my God, Randy's gonna be pissed. It was so strong, that feeling got so strong that I felt it go back into me, and I rushed back, and before I even know it, I'm staring back at the ceiling fan, but the whole perception has changed. It did move. And then I've never been able to replicate it.
No! Did you try?
It's terrifying. It was
terrifying.
Dude, like you're just thinking, you wake up from a nap and all of a sudden, whoosh, you're in another plane of dimension. Now the Hindus, interestingly enough, I looked, what the fuck happened? Like, completely sober.
Sure.
Turns out the Hindus, the closest people to describe something like that is the Hindus. I think they call it the 7th level. Now, I don't think I'm a Hindu.
Yeah.
I
They call it the what?
identify with Christian ideals.
7 what?
It's like a 7th level.
A 7 level?
Yeah. Just like we have heaven and hell.
Oh, okay.
And I wonder if there are astral planes. Like what your deeds do, does your consciousness rise?
It's a consciousness level.
Yeah.
Level 7.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, that's what I was asking.
I don't
know about it. So that's awesome, though. When you were like in that, like you said that you were thinking about that to happen was like right before it even like that transpired, right? So like it was one of those stops like the mind. So when I took a shit ton of acid, right, like I was in my mind and I had that same thing. I'm God, and if this is truly fucking infinity, and I just don't see how it's not infinity. What if there's a wall? There's going to be a wall, and then what's behind it? Nothingness.
Time is a construct that man has made to make sense of the universe. It doesn't make sense to us because we're trying to look at through the wrong lens.
And that's when you say everything's lies. It is all bullshit. And even if it's not lies, it was just some other people's misunderstandings. And it goes into the hive-like mentality. We have the internet now. We didn't have the internet for most of the, for all the time that we were here. So it was basically village or tribe by tribe that people believed what they believed. That's how we find right now on different parts of the globe that we got different beliefs and different cultures, if you will. Because, they don't even know what the fuck's going on the other side of the world. They've never been there, and they didn't even know it existed. You know what I mean? Like, that's the world we came from. That's the old thinking. And so now that we're on the cutting edge of thinking right now, here we are in the now. Right. We are we're at least available to be the smartest people that ever lived, ever. So my beliefs are just as valid as any poet or any philosopher or any of these people.
Or king or queen or president or
any of them.
Lawyer or
exactly.
Anybody.
And that's the pride you get to have as anybody that you are as a person. That's who we are as people. That's the currency, if you will, of what life is.
How would you know about that? You're a fucking white male.
Right? No, but well, look, if we are everything, right? And we are just like that, people. It's like cells talking to each other, if you will, right? So I start thinking about what is this trying to do overall the last 10,000 years, or back all the way to like what is this doing with the nature around us? Because I know that I'm everything around me, and I'm trying to watch. Everything has a language. I mean, this is telling me it's hard. It tells me it's brown. Everything speaks to you. What's the whole big picture trying to speak? When it speaks to me, I can see it growing into like that we're a symbiotic relationship with this technology. You know what I mean? So it'll probably get to a point, or it will get to a point where we don't have to fucking die, and that's a fucking critical game changer. You know what I mean? Like when it's like that, when we're either half cyborg or we're being able to, because they're replenishing, hearts and different tissues right now. Like if we can somehow, mix these two, we could live forever kind of thoughts, That's what I can see my nature doing, even past my 100 years of living here. You know what I mean? I can see that that's what's going on here. That progression is happening around me. And what is the end game? What's the point of that?
Point of this?
You got the planets. Right. We sent out one of those fucking satellites and it made it past Pluto. When we sent out that, if you were
how big is Pluto?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Compared to our solar system, how big is our solar system compared to the next solar system?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Start learning it because that's amazing, and then you realize. So it's so far beyond coincidence.
If you took a magnifying glass to that little fucking satellite and asked, what the fuck was that? If you were an alien out there, if you came back, it was the humans that sent it out there, right? Maybe. If they could speak English, we'd say, oh yeah, we're trying to communicate with somebody.
It would have been dominated by a whole bunch of cockroaches.
And if we know that we are the planet, that was the planet doing it through us. You know what I mean? The planet itself is trying to communicate or whatever, or some kind of celestial fuck. Who knows, man? I have no idea. But that's something like taking away, your small perspective and just getting the aerial view, pulling back and trying to look from, way back. What the hell is really going on with everything?
What do you think?
Has nothing to do with just... See, that's what I'm saying. I think everything is oneness, and I don't know what the hell. If it's just like, if it is God trapped in his own everything, and he just experiences himself through everything, and he's experiencing stuff as a table.
And if you were God,
yes, it's all one thing. Like the Play-Doh,
so wouldn't you decide to do that?
People, huh?
Wouldn't you decide to do that?
I would think that makes sense. Whenever I got to those points where you flipped onto the fucking ceiling. And I sat there just in awe of my fucking being.
Creation.
You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. It was amazing. And that was like a profound moment in my life. And you even said like that it was like, profound to you. It is. And I can't like recreate it on the spot. Otherwise I would. I wouldn't even do anything except for that. And they say that there's people that say they, I guess, get to that all the time. But I don't know. Like they wouldn't even be here. They'd be in the woods somewhere. You'd never see them. You know what I mean? Like if you actually get to a point of like true mastery of like
what's it called? What would you call it?
Oh shit. Just a good. Fuck man, I don't know, man. good acceptance, man. It's just a good acceptance of allness, and you don't really see when you do that. You don't even see the good and bad, really. You just see the confused and the non-confused, if you will. Like I always have this analogy of like a weed and a flower. You'll see the weed choke out the flower, but not the flower choking out the weed. You know,
we decided for that to
and you
happen
see that
somewhere
inside
along
of
the line.
nature. Yeah, and you and
Maybe because in the next time, maybe in the next timeline, actually the flowers should have the weeds. And everywhere you go, the flowers are like weeds to your eyes.
Right?
Because you're a predator, still hunting with a bow and arrow, trying to shoot the right Rhinoceros Teratops Rex.
Right? I don't understand why life eats life. Like that's one of the things that I don't mind.
We're trying to speed up the game a little bit.
What do you mean speed it up?
The universe made rules, and there are rules that cannot be broken. I think death is inevitable. Death is inevitable for planets, stars, which are even more durable than a rhinoceros. At one point, our oneness is going to coalesce back into a oneness again.
Yeah, what is death is what I was going to ask you.
And it's going to get to the point again where we feel our consciousness wants to expand again. And maybe we'll do it twice as far. Maybe we'll do the same. We don't know. Until we get there. We'll think about that.
I don't know shit.
Dude, nothing.
Nothing shit, dog!
But everybody's so pompous. And
I know. It's so horrible.
The one thing I do know, though, if I had $1 for every sexual identity there is out there, I'd have $2.
Nice. But shit, man. Yeah, but what do we do with? All right, because I mean, it seems like there is those they're confused people. You know what I mean? Out
they don't get it.
World.
I meant genders. I said sexes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I don't care. So, yeah, we got this in the
Yeah.
So, no, I was just thinking, like,
we can edit that out.
there seems like there's a task to me anyway, and maybe I'm just putting it on myself, but I figure because we could just be dead tomorrow or today when, you know, we take off from now, we could be in a car wreck. This could be the last thing we fucking ever did. You know that, you know what I mean? So I was thinking to myself, what the fuck do I really want? Huh?
I'm going out shooting.
Bro,
I have a heart attack, bro. I'm still going down shooting.
But no, I was thinking like, if you went to try to save the world, where the fuck do you start, man?
I don't know. That's Donald Trump.
Oh my god, dude, stop! The fuck are you
That
talking
guy's a
about?
badass, bro. That guy's badass. Every bitch is like, oh, he's pompous. He earned the right to be pompous because he smashed everyone else in the intelligence category. That dude, and he did it the right way. I don't think he raped little kids around the way.
What do you think his job is?
He gives a service, and people pay for his service. He's not in the banking industry. Do you know how hard it is to become a millionaire in the service industry? Keeping your hands clean. Trump. Hands clean Trump. I mean, nobody's completely honest. You got to buy a couple of building permits here and there. For the most part, though, stay away from all the crazy shit. And then he said, fuck it, I'm going to run for president because this is fucked. This is really fucked. And the people are like, yeah, this shit's
You don't think
fucked.
that's just like, alright, because I don't believe in presidency.
Now, he's a Jesuit. So it could be. And I might just still be a Goyim.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're kind of like, you're fucking all big than it looks like from my perspective, and I'm just having my perspective. You know what I mean? Because of this, and I'll say
You
this.
think they would have a civil war?
Check this out, just to say.
If Hillary won, do you think we'd have a civil war?
Huh?
If Hillary won, do you think we'd have a civil war?
Dude, I think there's a civil war already going on. It's like a cold civil war. You know what I mean? We're not fucking into the...
We're not that stupid.
We're not
either.
into like arms.
That's all CIA's bullshit.
Huh?
You know the people are always going to send up for the people.
The people are awesome. The people...
Well,
I think when you... That's what I was trying to tell you. We had that talk like about, you know, society as a whole seems to be acting like a scumbag. But the individuals you meet, they don't have the populist belief when it comes down to it, when all the doors are shut and we close the windows. We're all basically the same fucking people. You know what I mean? I've been all around America and that's the same way. You know what I mean? When it comes to that. So, like, if we have, I think it's, 300 million people in America.
337 million, something like that.
Yeah, in America. So if we have that many people, how is this one person going to have an influence of somebody in Florida? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, does he
Now,
have certain...
where do they get censored?
Huh?
Where? So who cares about the little folk? They have little connections. But when you get to celebrities who have 50,000 connections, and those 50,000 connections have another 30,000 connection, now you just hit 20 million people in a broadcast. So the celebrities have to be tightly controlled.
I just think, when I look at presidency, dude, like, it's the system leader, basically. He's just like the system representer. You know
Everybody
what I
wanted
mean?
Bernie though.
Because we're all fucking presidents. This is our world. This is our
Truly.
land. This is all. You know what I mean? Like that's what happened. Like in Standing Rock, what did they do? They stood there and said, fuck that. We're just gonna stop you. Stop. And just like you take like a teacher with a kid who's hitting somebody with a shovel on the playground, you go and you take it from them. You say, no, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? And that's what they did. The people who can have that power, once they take it upon themselves, authority is there for everybody to grab. People go and grab it, and people stay away from it. That's the choices that we watch people do. You know what I mean? And there's a reason people want to shy away from it sometimes. There's a reason people want to grab it, because it's a powerful thing to have it. You know what I mean? But when you have, you have responsibility, but there's some people that are going to use that for themselves, or they're going to use it for the people. You know what I mean? And that's like a sacrifice, like lifestyle. You don't get to fucking get on the up and up when you're doing that. You know what I mean?
You do that.
Huh?
You do that.
You do in your life, yeah. But I don't think that when you're truly practicing that, you're more of a servant than a consumer or a collector.
You can be both a servant and a consumer.
You got that drink? Yeah, I just don't. I believe that. Look, dude, 300 years ago, when there's 13 colonies, it makes sense to have a president, right? I'm going to be over here farming. I need this guy to represent me, right? Keep my land free. And back then, it was your land, dude. It was your gun. Nobody came on your fucking property. They die if they come on your property. You know what I mean? That's why people were owning people and shit. It was so lawless. You know what I mean? That's what they...
That wasn't lawless.
Dude, it was pretty damn...
There's 10 rules.
Well, I'm just saying.
No.
Go ahead.
For all the laws, everybody in America, they follow basically 10 rules. Even if they didn't practice that, those are the same rules they followed. Except for the outlaws, which there's always the outlaws. But right. 10 Commandments. That was it. So that was easy enough to teach the simple people. And it was easy enough to keep the government away too.
Right. Because
it's victimless crime. And now you get a speeding ticket for going 65 when it's 62.
What do you think about this? We're in the day and age of an internet, so if we get on a fucking website and we represent ourselves as the people, there is no fucking president. It's going to be what the people say on this fucking internet. You know what I mean? On this website. You know what I mean? So if they got voting for everything on there, like how we're going to run the country, and we each individually do that, now that we have a means that 300 years later gives us, shouldn't we move into that? Because there's going to be a new system that takes over, or we're just going to fucking...
right now it's the alt-right news.
Well, maybe we're part of that right now.
Yeah. We're Russian propagandists.
Is that what
That's what they're calling it. CNN. I'm a Russian propagandist.
Oh, no. I'm just me, dude. I'm just on the planet. I don't claim countries or any of that.
I know, but
I don't like borders or any of that bullshit. I don't believe in it. I think
you don't believe.
People want to fucking.
I don't think I'm a Republican.
In space. You know what I mean?
So
you shouldn't identify with anything.
Then I'm a libertarian.
How do you go so like into the spirituality world that you know?
Because once you know,
how do you do that and then recede back into the bullshit of humans?
So here,
how the fuck did that happen?
And it's a weird balance. So do you recognize that everything is all one? We're all one, right? Mm-hmm. We're going back to that oneness eventually, but it's all just vibration. A vibration over there will affect a vibration over here because it's just a big fucking battery of vibration. And I think love is that's the thing that's like the grease to the cog, at least, make it go faster. Boom. We all just take care of each other, I don't think that the whole, the planet's dying and all that. It's all bullshit, bro. Planet's not dying. You put everybody, and we get a mile each. Everybody gets a mile. You get a mile. You get a mile, Oprah. You get a mile. Look under your seat. Everybody gets a mile.
Everything's
It's the size of Texas. It's the size of Texas, bro.
I don't believe in, I don't think we know what life and death is. I think it's all one thing.
No.
I do. I think that's what you're talking about, being in consciousness. Yeah, if you're in consciousness or the unconscious, when you're asleep and not dreaming, where the fuck are you? You don't even know that you're around. All of a sudden, it's hours have passed and here you are again in the light. That's conscious to unconscious, okay? And that's what I believe in. I believe in consciousness and unconsciousness. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the select switch would be, but like you said, if we are God, then yeah, I guess you would end up exploring every possibility, and one of them would be temporary nothingness, or you know what I mean, or that I don't know. I don't know if I believe in nothingness. It hasn't been found. It's not a real thing. It's a concept.
It's a concept.
It's a fucking concept.
That's all it is.
All right.
It is.
It's a fucking.
Math, okay.
Right where
Hey,
fucking,
mathematically prove to me. Prove to me. Absolutely nothing.
all right.
Okay, you just talked, so now you made a vibration. Okay.
What about this? Because it comes from imaginary land. Imaginary land, there's 13-headed cactuses with margarita juice in each hand, and they're orange. Margarita juice. You can see it. It's in that world. It's not even here.
Did they put the salt in there?
Just like a car wasn't here on the earth, and now it is 100 years later or whatever, there's a car. Somebody thought about it, and then here it is. So you can take things from imaginary land and bring them to here. So what the fuck?
A dinosaur driving a car.
That's the creation. We're creating. So what the fuck are we supposed to be creating?
700 million years dinosaur driving a car.
What the fuck? I mean, like, if you take a hold of, like, instead of just, like, willy-nilly, like, what the fuck are we supposed to, like, on purposely be doing? You know what I mean? And building on purpose. Well, of course.
Because that's the only thing. We can't even describe it. Nobody can describe what it is. Everybody just knows
it's a compass, man.
It's a guiding light. Oh, go figure. and the only thing that in this universe that never takes away from the original reaction, it only builds upon itself, so it grows just solely by itself, is love. So you love somebody, they love. If you teach people love, truly. Yeah. That's why in the Asian side, there's pretty peaceful countries. It's just in the drug places.
Yeah.
In Mexico.
So, but I'm talking outside of just the individual. Like, yes, it is that, but when there's people, yeah, I guess, man, fuck, man, we just gotta pour so much love that it overpowers the bullshit. Like, what the fuck?
Just follow 10 rules.
10 rules? What are these 10 rules?
10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments.
Straight up, think about it, because it don't matter if you're offended.
Right.
That's your choice. You can be offended as long as I'm not literally physically hurting you, stealing, taking your shit, being a bad person, hurting you, envying, whatever, blah blah blah. Just then we'll have a cordial relationship.
And don't you think what is the end game of that? Don't you think
that's what communism?
Don't you think that that's living forever? Because they even say, like, religion, it says Jesus said that he was coming here to let people live life everlasting, and the wages of sin is death. So if you look at it like that, which I have, and I just look at like that kind of stuff in a different perspective now, like all they're trying to do is point how to get to the place that we don't have to fucking die. You said that death is an inevitability. I think that life offers endless possibilities. So something that is a rule that can't be broken, life acts in a way to break those rules. So one day I think we will end up conquering that. That's why I was thinking.
I don't think so. I don't think.
Because life and death isn't. It's life and death isn't a thing that is waged. It's not waging a war. I believe as humans have to get to a position. Like there's a jellyfish that live for thousands of years and shit. You know what I mean? They are just,
Do you believe in borders?
Huh? I don't believe in borders. No, that's just man bullshit. That's just people.
So do you believe in car locks?
What? Car locks? I wish I didn't, but there's fucking thieves. I lock cars.
Okay. So then do you believe in fenced yards?
No, man, I hope not.
So you wish I
barely know you. I'm in your house. You
Yeah.
could fucking pull a gun on me right
Well,
now. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is like we don't have to have all that. What you just said, fences.
But you don't think?
Yeah, there's some bullshit people, but that's what I was saying.
People.
How do we conquer over that without violence?
You can't.
And all that. You know what I mean? You just pour out love. Don't say you can't. We can do anything. We can do anything in the world. It's just what is the way to do it. I'm not saying that you could change somebody.
The universe, no. Exactly. Yeah.
You can't change
the universe
somebody.
always goes for balance. Always. At all times.
For sure.
It's seeking balance.
For sure.
Evil, good, whatever that's measured in the universe is always seeking equilibrium. It doesn't have it very often.
So you're just seeing somebody fall victim to their bullshit side of them whenever they're being shitty to you. It's just their time to be shitty.
No.
Like when you were shitty.
It's a character.
It's a character.
It's part of your character.
Like the mask.
I would never steal somebody's wallet.
No, I know.
No.
Yeah, no, I know. But we all have opportunity to be the same person. So or you could fucking do that if you chose to. You choose not to. It's a choice. It's a conscious choice.
So what should happen to the person who stole it?
Huh?
What should happen to the person who stole it?
He should be taught fucking wisdom. It's all about educating people. Yeah, dude.
You don't teach wisdom to a puppy. What do you do with the puppy?
I don't fucking know.
You spank them. Give them a little swat, a little flick.
A little flick.
They learn. And they learn. What do mother puppies do? The same thing. What do lions do? The same thing. What do giraffes do? The same thing. All through nature. But now we pretend like we're better. What's happening is the kids are becoming bigger assholes. Back in the old days when you had that fucking capital punishment, the old Republic style, you stole my horse, you're going to hang. How many people stole horses? Right. I don't want to steal horses. But that's how personal people had property rights at that time. And that was also one of the most prosperous times in American history.
Do you have any soda?
Yeah, it's in the fridge. Dude, so here's the problem. With no borders, you have no way to protect yourself as a citizen. And you shouldn't have to depend on the government whatsoever. You should have to depend on the community as a whole to provide security. There we go.
So you believe in borders?
I do.
You do believe in borders?
Absolutely.
You love borders?
I don't love them, but I think they're necessary.
You think they're necessary?
Absolutely.
We can't get away with globalizing.
No.
You don't think we're gonna? We can't. It's like an impossibility, or just not preferable.
It's not preferable.
But not an impossibility.
Not impossible. It's scary close. You know what happens when it does, then?
Do you want to hear something that sounds crazy? It's because I have my beliefs on all of this, and then I learned my history. And you know how it's like, you gotta fucking just look for the truth and not listen to anybody. It's basically not listen to anybody and listen to everybody all at once.
It's
like
scary.
fucking,
But the truth is scary.
that's fucking scary because it's unknown. We don't know shit. That's
no, it's not. You know what the plan is, right?
We come
You know
to our
what their plan is,
grievances
right?
and we know.
Do you know what their plan is?
Huh?
You don't know what the plan is.
What plan?
The plan, the master plan for humanity right now.
Oh no. What is it?
Okay.
What is it?
It's called the Georgia Guidestones, okay? It's at least a playbook. And when you read these and then you watch everything that's going on, you understand that there's a tyranny that literally wants to conquer the world, make us all submit to their rules, and then slowly squeeze down the population until there's only 500 million human beings.
See, I hear about those things, and I do believe that there's different people on the world. There's probably all sorts of groups trying to do things like that. You know what I mean? Huh?
Why?
I'm sure. Well, yeah,
Anti-love.
of course. It's the opposite of what we're talking
It's
about.
anti-love.
Yeah, of course.
So if God is love,
What is that? You're asking. Yeah. Well, it's all one.
Would you
I
call it?
think that we are God, and I think we are the devil.
I'd rather play for the good guys.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, that's creating the heaven on earth. Like it says, as it was above, it will be below. You know, then that's how.
Christianity was made literally as anti-Judaism.
I guess, yeah, because they
He was the king of the Jews.
Yeah.
Hey, Jews, shut up! Stop sacrificing kids. That's the way I do.
That's true.
But that's because we took over the narrative. The Christians took over the narrative for a long time. The Jews got it back. Now they're controlling the media.
So what do? They just get to some truths, like we get to some truths, and then they just try to capitalize it and create
Yes.
these religions?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck
Yes.
is that, homie?
Read this one. Read the rules. There's 10 rules there. Tell me if that sounds like a world you want to live in.
The Ten Commandments?
No, these are the ones that they're trying to enforce.
Can you read that, man? I can see that. Tell you the truth.
Sure.
I apologize.
Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. So who gets to say what perpetual balance with nature is? They say there's global warming, but it's not really heating up anywhere. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. So interbreed. There are people that are not as intelligent as other people. So interbreeding, you're literally lowering the average human IQ. It's true. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things. Rule faith, tradition, and all things. Is that what you want? You want somebody to rule faith, tradition, and all things for you?
Not for me, no. I take my own on me.
With tempered reason, they said. Tempered reason. Who makes the reason? And how
These are
tempered is
bad rules, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you? They're gonna say this is the 10 rules you said to listen to, the 10 Commandments. Because this is horrible.
But they don't want borders. Something like you. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in the world court. Nope. Protect people.
They don't want borders, you said? These people?
They don't know.
Yeah.
They prefer not to have them.
Well, they want to just capitalize the world. The whole thing.
They want to make us think that death is
They're trying to eat the world.
The debt, right?
I want to eat everything.
You're stuck to debt. If you have
Oh my God.
debt, you have to listen to what we say. That's what they're saying. But everybody has debt.
Bullshit.
So what you could just do is there's like 6 families you probably just rebel against.
All of it's fucking fake, man. I don't even believe in any of this shit. It's all fucking bullshit.
I know.
It's all these people trying to fucking enslave the other people next to them. It's fucking horrible, dude. That's all it is. That's why we can't have these fucking, like, of course it's a vision. Like how John Lennon said, the no borders thing. The no borders thing is this.
Do you think happened in Germany?
Huh?
Do you think people felt enslaved in Germany?
What are you talking about?
The German people, did they feel enslaved?
Oh, I don't know.
They had prosperity.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But that's still even almost 100 years ago. You know what I mean?
No,
they
Tom.
didn't have the fucking
That was
thoughts that we had. They didn't have
Yeah,
the
they did.
realities that we had all the way. They had a lot
Yeah,
of it,
they
but
did.
they didn't have opportunity to get to this day.
They had it all
You
day.
know what I mean?
Now look at the U.S. Constitution. If those were followed strictly, the government would be half as small. There'd be no NSA. There'd be
Dude, with the internet right now, and when we get, because we do got the translators now, you don't know, dude, what I'm telling you right now, Mongolia. You know anybody from Mongolia and what the fuck they think about these things? You know what I mean? Well, I'm just saying, do we have Mongolian friends? We don't. I don't. Do you?
Yeah.
You have
My
Mongolian
third cousin.
friends?
Look at me, dude.
Yeah, I know. Shit, that's why I should.
I got
Yeah,
fucking.
send
He
another
showed me
one.
his haircut. I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm gonna
Alright, you do have a friend from Guam.
Fuck Guam. What's that?
See,
that
where's Guam?
Yeah, fuck Guam, man.
That's what I mean. Like, we don't know the world, man.
We don't need
they
to.
Don't know us. They don't know the fucking.
Because we live on a big ass island with all the beautiful shit to explore. You can go somewhere else and explore that too. So if you're gonna come here, you're gonna follow the fucking rules of society. You're gonna do it legally. It's important you do that because you need to assimilate. We're not supposed to assimilate to other cultures. They're supposed to assimilate to us. This is our island.
Oh my God! This is brainwashed. You've been brainwashed, brother.
No,
You've
we're the
been
kings, bro.
brainwashed. They got you, dude, a little bit. Your matrix plug is half in and half out. Like you're glitching in and out. Dude.
No, because you gotta hold the balance.
You're glitching
You gotta
in and
hold
out,
the balance.
brother.
You gotta hold the balance.
What are you talking about? No.
Are the Muslims people? Okay, are the Muslims statistically more peaceful than white people?
I don't know those people, man.
I know, but I'm just saying.
World. They're probably scared of us. They've probably been lied to about who we are and shit. They think we're the great devil and shit, probably, for all I know. You know, this is the reason we all have to fucking suffer.
How come they can't figure out what you and I figured out? They have the same
Exactly,
access to the
maybe.
internet.
I don't know. They never fucking hurt me, man. That's why I didn't fucking join no military or any of that shit. I never believed in it. I was just like, what the fuck? Why?
My mom has a second grade education.
Oh, everybody died for freedom. Why doesn't somebody stop and enjoy the goddamn freedom if it's free? You know what I mean? It's not. You know what I mean? That's why the people are going and doing all that and fighting all of that. That bigger thing that you're talking about of people trying to fucking globalize in the wrong manner. You know what I mean? That's why I was going to say in the kitchen when I was walking over here.
It's gonna have a rule.
My thoughts have what I see is naturally happening. And it's kind of like, you know, with the biblical talking about like how one world government and all that, you know, can't buy, sell, or trade, you know, mark of the beast kind of shit. I can see that easily happening. Like, that's just like right and beef.
That doesn't terrify you?
Huh?
That doesn't terrify you?
I just believe as people, yeah, it's not about terrifying me. I just think that we all think that we're like caught in that, like we can't escape that. And I disagree with that. I think, like you said, Jesus had to get killed, bro. Because he came around and said, I'm fucking the Son of God, is what he said. All right? That's what the guy did.
Whether he was or not.
Whether he was or not. You know what I mean? I believe what he was trying to say to us, which we're all sons of God. You know what I mean? We're all one person. Like in a dough, like if we pushed out in spaghetti, you know what I mean? So, like we're a dough, and if you push down out into like a spaghetti strainer, you come out with like separate strands of spaghetti. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you come out as separate, but we're the same fucking thing when you go back. If you look at twins, right, the conjoined twins, is this two people with one body or one person?
So you're
with
still
two
thinking
heads?
of it in the physical sense. Think of it from an electromagnetic sense.
What do you mean?
Electromagnetic. Your
What's
brain responds to the outside stimuli by using electricity and magnetic. And that's how it leads to your consciousness.
Like almost satellite or an antenna of some sort.
Yeah.
I believe that. And if you listen to good writers of good music and shit, they tell you that. It's like, oh no, I wrote that in 5 minutes because I just tapped in. It actually just came to me. You know what I mean? They say. You know what I mean? That's when I feel like they get to that. That level where just knowledge is in the air and it comes to you like in the radio station. If you're on country, you're not listening to rap. If you want to get to rap, you have to hit the fucking station to rap. You know what I mean? Then you get the rap. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like how you
like
talked
rap
about.
music?
Huh? I love all the music. As long as it's, you know, not trash, like stupid shit.
There is a lot of trash and stupid shit though.
Yeah, I know. I guess there's a time and space for all of it.
I don't know.
You gotta be in a certain mood for some of it.
Man, well, it's just shit. Just call a spade, man. You don't gotta make everybody feel good because that leads to tyranny, right?
Well, I'm just trying to. I just don't believe like my in particular bias isn't truth. I think that my truth is my truth, and I think that I try to, as a person of my character you talk about, my character searches for truth. You know what I mean? I want to look for truth under any cost. And you said it's scary. Fuck yeah, this is what you see is an abyss. You know what I mean? That's where you get to. And then it's time to create. And I think that's a beautiful time. You know what I mean? You don't think so? You're doing this work on these cars and shit, though. You're changing the non-moving parts into moving parts. It's awesome. And you said you liked it.
That's different though.
How's that different?
Because things can be different.
But that's what I'm saying. You're creating.
Yeah, but I'm not interfering on anybody else's right. I'm doing a fair barter system, right?
I don't know. Are you? That's the reasoning behind it?
Yeah. I'll make sure that I get